2026 California DMV Permit Test 1132 Questions and Complete Answers. Question 1. A broken yellow line beside a solid yellow line indicates that Option A. Passing is permitted from the lane next to the solid yellow line. Option B. Passing is not permitted from either direction. Option C. Passing is permitted from the lane next to the broken yellow line. The correct answer is option C. Passing is permitted from the lane next to the broken yellow line. Explanation. A broken yellow line alongside a solid yellow line means that traffic in the lane next to the broken line may cross the line to pass, while traffic in the lane next to the solid line may not. Question 2. You were parked and have been waiting a long time with your turn signal on to re-enter traffic. However, traffic is heavy. You should Option A. Continue waiting and yielding to traffic in the lane. Option B. Slowly inch your vehicle into the traffic lane. Option C. Drive on the shoulder until a gap in traffic appears. The correct answer is option A. Continue waiting and yield into traffic in the lane. Explanation. If you have been parked on the side of a road, you must yield to existing traffic when re-entering the road. Question 3. You must obey instructions from school crossing guards. Option A. Unless you do not see any children present. Option B. At all times. Option C. Only during school hours. The correct answer is option B. At all times. Explanation. Drivers should be alert to the presence of crossing guards when near a school and must always obey their instructions. Question 4. Roadways are the most slippery. Option A. During a heavy downpour. Option B. After it has been raining for a while. Option C. During the first rain after a dry spell. The correct answer is option C. During the first rain after a dry spell. Explanation. Many roads are most slippery during the first rain after a dry spell because oil and dust on the road have not previously been washed away. Question 5. You see a signal person at a road construction site ahead. You should obey his or her instructions. Option A. Only if you see orange cones on the road ahead. Option B. Unless they conflict with existing signs, signals, or laws. Option C. At all times. The correct answer is option C. At all times. Explanation. Obey special signs or instructions from flaggers. Driving carefully through work zones improves safety for drivers, pedestrians, bicyclists, and road workers. Question 6. If there is no crosswalk and you see a pedestrian crossing your lane, you should Option A. Make sure the pedestrian can see you before proceeding. Option B. Cautiously drive around the pedestrian. Option C. Stop and let the pedestrian finish crossing. The correct answer is option C. Stop and let the pedestrian finish crossing. Explanation. Drivers must always yield the right of way to pedestrians in the roadway, even if there is not a marked crosswalk. Question 7. While driving at night, a vehicle coming toward you has its high beams on, making it hard for you to see the road ahead. You should Option A. Look ahead toward the left edge of your lane. Option B. Look ahead toward the right edge of your lane. Option C. Look straight ahead in your lane. The correct answer is option B. Look ahead toward the right edge of your lane. Explanation. If an oncoming driver fails to dim their high beams, you should avoid looking directly at the headlights. Instead, look toward the right edge of your lane and watch the oncoming vehicle out of the corner of your eye. Question 8. When preparing to make a left turn from a two-way street, you should drive. Option A. Near the right-hand side of the road. Option B. Near the center line. Option C. On the left of the center line. The correct answer is option B. Near the center line. Explanation. When you are turning left from a two-way street, begin in the lane closest to the center line and start your turn just before the front of your car reaches the center of the intersection. Do not cut the corner. Steering hand over hand, turn into the first available legal lane. Question 9. What is a potential effect of taking a prescription drug while drinking alcohol? Option A. There will likely be no effect. Option B. It will make you more alert. Option C. It can make you unfit to drive. The correct answer is option C. It can make you unfit to drive. Explanation. Legal medications, both prescription and over-the-counter, can impair your ability to drive. They can be particularly dangerous when used in combination with alcohol. Question 10. All of the following practices are dangerous to do while driving. Which of these is also illegal? Option A, listening to music through headphones that cover both ears. Option B, adjusting your outside mirrors. Option C, transporting an unrestrained animal inside the vehicle. The correct answer is option A, listening to music through headphones that cover both ears. Explanation. Even people with good hearing cannot hear well if the radio or CD player is blaring. Do not wear a headset or earplugs in both ears while driving. It is against the law. Question 11. You are approaching a railroad crossing with no warning devices and are unable to see 400 feet down the tracks in one direction. The speed limit is option A, 15 miles per hour. Option B, 20 miles per hour. Option C, 25 miles per hour. The correct answer is option 15 miles per hour. Explanation. Within 100 feet of a railroad crossing where you cannot see 400 feet down the tracks in both directions, the speed limit is 15 miles per hour. However, you may drive faster if the crossing is controlled by gates, a warning signal, or a flagger. Question 12. Highway pavement will be particularly treacherous and most slippery. Option A, if it has been raining several hours. Option B, if it has just begun to rain. Option C, if it has been raining for 1 to 2 hours. The correct answer is option B. It has just begun to rain. Explanation. Pavement is particularly treacherous when it first begins to rain. Accumulations of dirt and oil mix with the rainwater, creating a greasy film on the roadway. Question 13. Drivers turning left must yield to. Option A, overtaking cars. Option B, oncoming cars. Option C, no one. The correct answer is option B, oncoming cars. Explanation. Drivers turning left must yield to oncoming vehicles that are driving straight ahead. A turning driver may only proceed when they can safely turn without affecting oncoming traffic. Question 14. When you are merging onto the freeway, you should be driving. Option A, at or near the speed of traffic on the freeway. Option B, 5 to 10 miles per hour slower than the speed of traffic on the freeway. Option C, the posted speed limit for freeway traffic. The correct answer is option A, at or near the speed of traffic on the freeway. Explanation. When merging onto a freeway, you should enter at or near the speed of traffic. Question 15. It is against the law to enter an intersection when. Option A, you can't get all the way across before the light turns red. Option B, the light is flashing yellow and you didn't stop first. Option C, the light is yellow and you cannot stop safely. The correct answer is option A. You can't get all the way across before the light turns red. Explanation. Do not enter an intersection if you cannot get completely across before the traffic signal light turns red. If you block the intersection, you can be cited. Question 16. If you are about to be hit from the rear, you should consider each of the following except for option A, applying your brakes. Option B, letting go of the steering wheel. Option C, pressing your head firmly against the head restraint. The correct answer is option B, letting go of the steering wheel. Explanation. If your vehicle is hit from the rear while you are in forward motion, your body will be thrown backward. Press yourself against the back of your seat and put your head against the head restraint to prevent whiplash. Maintain a firm grip on the steering wheel and be ready to apply your brakes to avoid being pushed into another vehicle. Question 17. A white painted curb indicates a. Option A, loading zone for freight or passengers. Option B, loading zone for passengers or mail only. Option C, loading zone for freight only. The correct answer is option B, loading zone for passengers or mail only. Explanation. At a white painted curb, you may stop only long enough to pick up or drop off passengers or mail. Question 18. If you are involved in a traffic accident in California, you must file a report of the accident with the DMV when. Option A, the collision causes $1,000 in damage. Option B, you plan on being out of the state for more than 30 days. Option C, you refinance the remaining balance of your vehicle loan. The correct answer is option A. The collision causes $1,000 in damage. Explanation. If a collision results in death, any minor or major injury, or more than $1,000 in damage to anyone's property, each driver involved must file a report with the DMV within 10 days. In some cases, the driver's insurance agent, broker, or legal representative may file the report to represent the driver. Question 19. You are driving on a freeway with a posted speed limit of 65 miles per hour. Traffic is heavy and moving at 35 miles per hour. The best speed for your vehicle is most likely Option A, 25 miles per hour. Option B, 35 miles per hour. Option C, 30 miles per hour. The correct answer is option B, 35 miles per hour. Explanation. Collisions are more likely to happen when one driver travels more quickly or more slowly than the other vehicles on the road. You should enter a freeway that are near the speed of traffic, unless the speed of traffic exceeds the legal speed limit. Question 20. If you want to pass a pedestrian who is walking along the roadway and an oncoming vehicle is approaching, you should Option A, slow down and let the oncoming vehicle pass before you pass the pedestrian. Option B, keep driving at a steady speed. The oncoming vehicle must stop for you. Option C, honk your horn to get the pedestrian to move over. The correct answer is option A. Slow down and let the oncoming vehicle pass before you pass the pedestrian. Explanation. If possible, try to only deal with one roadway hazard at a time. If you want to pass a pedestrian but an oncoming vehicle is approaching, slow down and let the vehicle pass. You may then pass the pedestrian if it is safe to do so. Question 21. Temporary signs used in construction and maintenance work areas. Option A, have a red background with green writing. Option B, have an orange background with black writing. Option C, had a yellow background with blue writing. The correct answer is option B, have an orange background with black writing. Explanation. All temporary signs in work zones have orange backgrounds with black writing for symbols. Question 22. You should signal at least how many feet before you turn? Option A, 50. Option B, 75. Option C, 100. The correct answer is option C, 100. Explanation. You should signal at least 100 feet before you turn, before every lane change, at least 5 seconds before you change lanes on a freeway, before pulling next to the curb or away from the curb, even when you do not see other vehicles around you, and when you are almost through the intersection if you plan to turn shortly after crossing the intersection. Remember to turn off your signal when you no longer need it. Question 23. If your car becomes disabled while on the highway, you should Option A, stop in the right lane. Option B, park with all 4 wheels off the traveled highway, if possible. Option C, stop where you are. The correct answer is option B, park with all 4 wheels off the traveled highway, if possible. Explanation. If your vehicle becomes disabled, you must, if possible, park with all 4 wheels off of the main traveled portion of the road. Question 24. Driving under the influence of any medication which impairs your driving is permitted. Option A, under no circumstances. Option B, if you don't feel drowsy. Option C, if it is prescribed by a physician. The correct answer is option A, under no circumstances. Explanation. It is illegal to drive under the influence of any substance that impairs your ability to drive safely. This includes alcohol, prescription medications, over-the-counter medications, and illegal drugs. Question 25. When double solid yellow lines separate lanes of traffic. Option A, passing is permitted from the left. Option B, passing is permitted from the right. Option C, passing is not permitted from either direction. The correct answer is option C. Passing is not permitted from either direction. Explanation. Yellow lines separating lanes of traffic indicate that traffic is moving in opposite directions. Double solid lines indicate that passing is not permitted from either direction. Question 26. Drivers are required to obey instructions from Option A, security guards patrolling parking lots. Option B, other drivers whose vehicles are broken down on the roadway. Option C, flaggers signal persons at construction sites. The correct answer is option C. Flaggers signal persons at construction sites. Explanation. Drivers must obey special signs or instructions given by flaggers. They are in place to keep drivers and workers safe. Question 27. Collisions are more likely to happen when Option A, all vehicles are traveling at about the same speed. Option B, one lane of traffic is traveling faster than the other lanes. Option C, one vehicle is traveling faster or slower than the flow of traffic. The correct answer is option C. One vehicle is traveling faster or slower than the flow of traffic. Explanation. Collisions are more likely to happen when one driver moves faster or slower than the other vehicles on the road. Driving faster than other traffic increases your chance of being involved in a collision. Driving more slowly than other traffic is also dangerous because it can increase the risk of a rear-end collision with your vehicle or cause other drivers to swerve to avoid hitting you. Question 28. A school bus is stopped ahead of you in your lane with its red lights flashing. You should: Option A, stop and proceed when you think all of the children have exited the bus. Option B, slow to 25 miles per hour and pass cautiously. Option C, stop for as long as the red lights are flashing. The correct answer is option C. Stop for as long as the red lights are flashing. Explanation: when a stopped school bus is using its flashing red lights, approaching drivers must stop and remain stopped until the lights stop flashing. If the school bus is on the opposite side of a divided highway, drivers do not need to stop. Question 29. If you have a green light but traffic is blocking the intersection, you should: Option A, stay out of the intersection until traffic clears. Option B, enter the intersection and wait until traffic clears. Option C, merge into another lane and try to go around the traffic. The correct answer is option A. Stay out of the intersection until traffic clears. Explanation: even if your traffic light is green, you must not enter an intersection unless you can get completely across the intersection before the light turns red. If you block the intersection, you can be cited. Question 30. If you are being passed in a no passing zone, you should: Option A, pull off the road. Option B, maintain your speed and position. Option C, slow down and let the other driver safely return to the drive lane. The correct answer is option C. Slow down and let the other driver safely return to the drive lane. Explanation: passing areas are based on how far ahead drivers can see. Allow the passing vehicle to re-enter the drive lane as easily as possible to help everyone avoid potential upcoming hazards. Question 31. You may make a left turn on a red light only from Option A, one-way street onto a two-way street. Option B, one-way street onto a one-way street. Option C, two-way street onto a one-way street. The correct answer is option B, one-way street onto a one-way street. Explanation: you may turn left against a red light when you are turning from a one-way street onto a one-way street. Make sure there is no sign prohibiting the turn. Yield to other vehicles, pedestrians, or bicyclists who have a green light. Look both ways and turn when it is safe. Question 32. You enter a designated turn lane to make a left turn in an upcoming intersection. There is oncoming traffic. You should: Option A, move to the left of the center lane. Option B, signal before you arrive at the intersection. Option C, turn your front wheels to the left to be prepared to turn. The correct answer is option B. Signal before you arrive at the intersection. Explanation: when making a left turn, you should always begin signaling about 100 feet before the turn. You should keep your front wheels aiming straight ahead until it is safe to start your turn. This ensures that you will not be pushed into oncoming traffic if another vehicle hits you from behind.